Let's talk about
The Tennessee Titans. After having so many years of actually good success for a team that hasn't had it for quite some time, the Tennessee Titans had one of the most confusing off seasons of any team that quote unquote thinks they're a contender. Now, let me say this. Any team that has Mike Vrabel as a head coach, I feel very, very stupid for doubting. But at the end of the day, based on the offseason moves they had, the season they had last year, the fact that Derrick Henry is a year older, Ryan Tannehill doesn't look like a starting quarterback anymore, there's a lot of question marks around this team. Let's look at the offseason quick. We'll get into the draft. We'll take a look at everything here in just a second. Starting with the things that they did well this year. They cut a lot of cap space. They had the fifth worst cap space situation in the league. And at the end of the day, they freed up a lot. And they were allowed to extend Jeffrey Simmons because of it. However, they didn't re-sign David Long. He went to the Dolphins. And they signed Andre Dillard, which most people would be like, this is great because it's a first-round pick. But at the end of the day, Dillard's had a pretty bad career so far for a first-round pick lineman, which is usually something that's not very hard to miss. I mean, there's not a ton of first-round pick linemen that are just atrociously bad. But he barely got a lot of playing time because of the fact that he's not that good. Moving to the NFL draft, they did make some good moves. And to tell you what, if Will Levis pans out to be as good as what we were projecting him to be a fourth overall pick, the Tennessee Titans got themselves a franchise quarterback in the second round, which is huge. Pair that up with Peter Skoronski, who was my favorite lineman prospect coming out of this draft. The Titans have a lot to be happy about moving forward. The downside to this offseason is that they have no wide receivers now. They have to put their trust into a first round pick who got hurt last year, and their quarterback isn't the greatest at slinging the ball. They like I said, if Willis pans out, that's great, but they strengthened their offensive line for a running back who we're not sure what he is anymore. We don't know what Derrick Henry is going to be next year. We can hope. We can pray that he's going to be the same fantasy stud that he's been for the last couple of years. Maybe he adapts into the catching game. I know he's already good at it, but maybe he becomes more of a pass catching back. But at his age, you start to see a decline in running back productivity. And if that's what we see from Derrick Henry, then the Titans' future is not a bright one. Let's take a look here at the schedule quick.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Avery from the SLG Network here. Sorry to interrupt your video, but I did just want to let you know that more than 90% of our viewers are not subscribed to the SLG Network. So please do us a quick favor. It'd mean the world to us. Go and hit that subscribe button at the bottom of the video. I appreciate you.
See where we have them ranking on the year. Starts out with a rough stretch, going 0 for 4. You guys lose on the road to New Orleans. You lose at home to the Chargers. You lose on the road to Cleveland. You lose at home to the Bengals. You win week 5 for the first time on the road against the Indianapolis Colts. You lose at home to the Baltimore Ravens. Now, the bye week is huge. And I think you go on a pretty good stretch of bad teams here that gives you guys a chance to somewhat turn your season around. And like I said, with Mike Vrabel, I don't doubt anything. Week 8, you guys play the Falcons at home, win. Week 9 and Week 10, you're on the road against the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are going to be atrocious. If you haven't seen that video, go watch it. Week 11, you guys do lose on the road to the Jacksonville Jaguars. That one shouldn't surprise anybody. Week 12 and Week 13, you guys lose at home to the Carolina Panthers and the Indianapolis Colts. Week 14, you lose on the road to the Miami Dolphins. Week 15 and Week 16, you lose at home to the Houston Texans. Chill out. We'll get there. Week 16, you lose at home to the Seattle Seahawks. Week 17, you lose on the road to the Houston Texans. You guys finish the season winning at home against the Jacksonville Jaguars in sort of a spoiler attempt. Now, is this a great season? No. 5-12 is not a great record. However, you guys have pretty much come out and said that you're not doing a full rebuild, you're doing a reset, which usually inclines that you're going to be bad for a year or two, not for 5 or 6. And that's okay. That's kind of what this felt like, because overall your offseason was a D at best, maybe a D plus. But we're not here to talk scholastics. We're here to talk about the fact that the Tennessee Titans are going to go 5-12. If you disagree with me, put a comment down below. Let me know what you think they're going to do this year. If you agree, let me know why. Make sure you like and comment and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.